Hello and welcome to Elevate Your Soul series. I'm your host, Rabbi David Katz, and we're continuing in Shar HaGilgulim. We're on the 7th chapter. It's not too bad. We're actually making some ground here. You know that? Not too bad. Okay. And after a little bit of a layoff, let's do what we always do, jump in and learn a little bit about the nature of our souls. What do you say? Is that a one or two? You want to hear about your souls? Ketzad. In fact, maybe I already read that Ketzad. 1 second. I think I already read that Ketzad. I think we did. I think we're here. I'm with the wrong little thing. Va'amnam. Im ka'asher tavo ha'nefesh b'techila lo tashlim tikuna. Your nefesh has not received its tikkun. Tzricha li'izgalgel kama pamim. You got to keep coming back. Ad shetashlim tikuna levada. Until you fix your nefesh. V'achar kach yavo ha'ruach b'guf acher. Then your ruach comes in another body. Al yedei nefesh ager. Through nefesh ager, v'yizgalgel levado kama pamim ad sheyishtalem, and you keep doing that until it's fixed. Achar kach tavo neshama levada, and then after that comes your neshama alone in another body. V'yizgalgel im yistarek kama pamim until it's fixed, until you fix all your soul. And notice it says nefesh ager. This your good friend Mike will tell you. There's always a noga in every conversation, right? So whenever you start fixing your soul, a ger element will come in. And I'm sure, as we know from our ger world, there's a lot of different ways a ger can be involved. So the ger is part of what makes the souls possible. It's the, as Mike would say, it's Torah A that goes on beyond behind the fence, right? The fence doesn't acknowledge the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah utilizes the space where there's no fence, and the ger element is what makes tikkun possible. Gam sari shetida ki av shetikin hanevesh ruach v'neshama v'achar kach chet upagam behem. You fixed yourself up, then you made a sin. You have to reincarnate. Yare lo al derech hanizkar gam king ki lo yachol atakim akol pam ad rak nefesh levada. You got to fix it every time, then the nefesh by itself, and the ruach, and the neshama. Anam im takin naran, nefesh ruach neshama, an ru ma'atzilas kiyotzeve. You got so high, you were Adam. The hutzrech lizgagel l'sibas tikun zuaso v'lo la'atzmo. You'd have to reincarnate for the sake of tikkun another, and not for yourself. Ki lo chet v'lo pagam. Since there's no chet, no pagam. Hine ishka ze yachol likach asa b'yigulgo zeh. Kuma shahayel b'tachil b'basachos v'fila b'katnuso. You would be able to get it all back. Zeh sod inyan bria de Rav Hamnuna Saba v'nizgar v'ashis bolak v'shar ha'yunuke ha'nizcharim b'zoyer she'ayu muflayim v'mayseyim chukhmasim v'atahu lefi she'ayu shleimim v'chelkeim naran v'kol ma'ashayu lehem v'tachil koydem v'gilgol zeh. V'ani Chaim, the son of Rav Chaim Vital, Chaim Vital, sorry. Mesupak, I have a question. Im gam kishiyabo is gagal tzorech atzmo. If this guy would need to make a gilgul, if he needs anything for himself, lo atakim begam chet, not to fix the chet, ela lahashlim chisara mashiyedina. Whatever I did wrong, you might not consider that a chet, but I did something that might need fixed. We got a little ways to go until we're done with chapter 7. Now we're going to explain the Inyan HaChalukim Sheyesh B'Madreges Shnius the Madreges Shlishis Hazos. We're going to explain the matter of Chalukim. Justin Becker, do you know what the word Chaluk means? hachalukim. You know what that means, Justin Becker? We're picking on Justin now. Justin, hello. 1, 2, 3, hello. 1, hello, Justin. No, hey, yeah. Why am I picking on Justin? Because we learned today in the Shulchan Aruch Shir that you are all invited to, but you're not showing up to, outside of James and Justin. That people think the word cholik means machlekes. And machlekes would then mean to make an argument or fight. No, no, no. Chaluk is simply two differing things. I am not a Gemini like Jacques. Jacques is not a Gemini like me. That doesn't mean that I fight Jacques or I'm the real Gemini or he's the real Gemini. It simply means there are two different kinds of Gemini. And when you conflate that, you would say, well, I'm not a fan of the Jacques Gemini. I don't like what David Katz does as a Gemini. What you would do is you would say, okay, let's not speak Lashon Hara about Jacques. Let's iron out what kind of Gemini is Katz, what kind of Gemini is Kotzi, and we'll see the difference. Jacques is an eccentric Gemini that he does X, Y, Z. Katz is an eccentric Gemini. He does A, B, C. And they're not arguing. There's two different kinds of Gemini, type 1 or 2. Hello. So we're saying now that this matter is hachalukim. They're not fighting. No one's fighting here. But there's a second way and a third way. V'hu ki hamadrega shenis. Hu hanatzitz shokain v'hevel. You say, well, my soul is better than yours because I have to come back and fix it over again, and you don't have to do that. No. The second one is from Cain and Abel, and it's impossible. They cannot go into the depths of the klippas until they fix their nefesh, and after that the ruach, and after that the this. The Kevon Shekain names the she'ain tikun ela ruach shelo ayidei izu aso. No other person can fix his ruach ela ayidei atzmo. L'chein o yamos ha'ish hazeh, he either has to die. The ruchel im nafsho yavo achar kag b'guv echad v'niskar le'el. Oh, if shashahu ba'atmo ayidei agavonas and his garden le'el v'so nafshi yizizega b'layla achar tikun l'shlom ha'nefesh titi v'yavo bo ha'ruach levado l'tagam v'niskar le'el. But our third friend, the other guy, he is another way. This guy fixes his soul in prayer. As that's how he brings out his ruach from the klippas. Even if he hasn't fixed his nefesh, but so he is Mayan Nukvin, and he's elevating the Mayan Nukvin, which is the nefesh, or Malkut, as Mike says. The pasuk in Tehillim 25:1, Alecha Hashem Nafshi Yiso, V'yavo Ruach Shelo B'chaim Chiyuso. His ruach comes in his lifetime. Begufei Zaish Acher Shiyulad Murchav B'nefesh Ager. Here it is. The Ruach comes in his lifetime in the body of which other man, another guy that is born, riding on the Nefesh Hager. V'im Yizacha Yoser, if he merits more, it's possible that he'll draw into himself that thing. So I think, Lafi Pshuto, at least, if I'm this guy, type 1, let's say I'm this guy, type 1, let's go. And I pray, right? I daven, and I have my nefesh issues, and I'm drawing my nefesh from the klippas, okay? And I create the Mayan Nukvim, and I still haven't fixed my ruach. So when I get my nefesh out of the klippas, there's going to be a ger that is born. And what do we say, Lefi Pshuto? That a ger is like a newborn child. Everyone hear this ode? When we say a ger is like a newborn child, it's because that person left idolatry like Jethro when he got his Nefesh Ger. And when he gets Nefesh Ger, that ger, part of what brought him out of the klippas, which was the davening of the Jew, he gets the ruach of the Jew, and the ger is a chariot for the grafting of the ruach. And if the Jew merits to get the ruach, then the ger will kind of birth out that ruach into the Jew. And then the Zohar asks, who gets the merit of that mitzvah? The ger or the Jew? What's the answer? Justin, Ross, Jacques, and John. What's the answer? Who gets the merit? Both get the merit. Both get the merit. So as we said, there's always a ger noga going on in the transmigration of souls. You see it? So again, Lefi Pshuta. I'm a Jew and I'm in Dayton, Ohio. And I learned how to pray at a Breslov seminar. And my nefesh is lacking and my ruach is very shvach. And I lifted my hands in prayer. And in Dayton in the Klippas, type 1. And I lifted the Mayan Nukveen, the female waters. And at that day, a ger was born in Dayton, Ohio. Right? A ger left Avodah Zarah. And they were like a ger who was a newborn child. My ruach was born into that ger. He is sporting around my ruach, and we don't even know each other. And when I continue to do my tikkun, that ruach will join me in with my nefesh. And that ger will live happily ever after, and I will live happily ever after, and we will both gain merit in that ruach. Type 1. V'tzara shetidah, and you got to know. Ki lo shayich tikkun el ruach levado. Ki yachol et seis min haklip bezayidei kavanas tefilas apayim koidem tikkun lishlom hanefesh. What is that again? And you need to know. Ki lo shayich tikkun el ruach levado. So can I just get my ger friend to piggyback my ruach and forget about davening and forget about prayer, and I don't want to even go to Dayton. I don't even want to see a non-Jew. I don't even want to go near the klippas, which is a very nice thing he's saying here. Do you hear the guys hear the question? Basically what he's saying is, I'm a holy Jew. Can I avoid Noga? Jacques, you got to love that question. This is a Mike Matlich question. I'm a holy Jew in Safat, and I want to never see, talk, or know about Klippa and Noga. What do you think, guys? What's the answer? No. The Jew, this kind of Jew, to fix his ruach, he's got to get in the Klippa. Meaning, he's got to at least daven and understand bringing his nefesh out of Klippa, which means he realizes he was in Klippa. And he's got to fix his nefesh, and that's what allows the ruach to come through nefesh ger, and the entire fixing your soul is through the noga, the interface of Jew and ger. Is that not Mike 101, guys? What do you think? Aval in a shama, ena yoytze bishum ayifim ma'amki aklipis, ash yusham tigon nefesh ruach. Uviyamus anashim ahem bali nefesh ruach etzlo v'achagach nizon neshama v'yavol b'gol target. But the neshama doesn't go out in any kinds of klippas. The neshama, my neshama, will never go into the klippas. Aval neshama ina yoytze bishum oifin me'amki klippas ash yushlam tikon never. So the only way I release my neshama is when I fix my nefesh and ruach. And when the people of my nefesh and ruach die, meaning if I'm not the owner of my soul, I'm not getting my neshama. Now, I'm guessing dying doesn't have to be a literal death, right? That the ger, maybe he converted, maybe he went back to idolatry, got a different nefesh, whatever it is. But everything's got to be lined up. And then after that, the neshama will come in the Gilgul and tikkun it. So when everyone's done, because once I lose my nefesh and ruach, and we got our ger friend over here, I can't deprive my ger in the spiritual realm because I want my neshama. Type 1. So you're the one that sinned, buddy boy. You got to let the nefesh ger do its thing. Let the noga do its thing. And when it's done doing its thing, all in good time, you'll get your neshama. Type 1. I don't see any ones popping up. Let's go. Hello. Only got 1. Where's the rest of you ones? There you go. V'nixzor levayer in ruach v'nefesh kanizkar. Ki hine afal pi shechuy avo shnei mo'ilam shnei gufim mechulakim. It's going to come in 2 different. Here's Justin, a great usage of the word cholek. In 2, you would translate it wrongly if your name was Moshe Shulman, in arguing bodies. Wow. Since we're in different bodies, we must be arguing. We hate each other. No. Gufim mechulakim. Right? By definition, bodies are opposed to each other. If me and Justin Becker walk into a semi-cold room, will we both feel the same? What do you think, Justin? We go into a semi-cold room. Justin may say, man, it's cold in here. And I'll say, well, it's kind of balmy in here for me. Justin might say, I'm thirsty. I might say, I'm hungry. So that means that technically Justin and I are arguing. He says, it is cold. I am thirsty. I say, it is not cold. I am hungry. No, it doesn't mean we're arguing. It means we are just different. So the nefesh and the ruach come in different people, by definition. Now the third guy, and that's we'll call it the Jew, he's davening, and these people are, even if the nefesh guy is a Jew davening, my nefesh ger friend, we are different people. He has a part of my soul, and he's making an impression on it, not like me. Ad kol ha'avodim b'shikol gadol ha'anashim ha'ela b'chaf maznayim eze mehem yinetzach l'chavero ki ma'ishahu sheleka charov hashli tikuno koidim shel achar tikin es ha'nemesh nimsa shabala ruach hu ha'ikr. So I'm the main guy here. Don't lose track of that. Because ultimately my girlfriend is fostering my ruach, and the nefesh guy is fostering my nefesh. And when it's all said and done, I will get my soul. Now, I shouldn't have sinned to cause this scenario. In the time of Techiyas HaMesim, the ruach and the nefesh, both of them will enter the master of the ruach. So who wakes up in the end of the day, in the time of the resurrection? The guy whose ruach is supreme. You see that? But if the guy who is of the nefesh completed his tikkun, eini zoicher ma sheshmati bo, v'nir le'nias das yishmati ki shneim yichnasu beguf bal nefesh, b'tachiyas ha'mesim ki hu ha'ikari. But if the nefesh guy does, let's say, the ikar tikkun, then in the time of the resurrection, they will both enter into his body. So it's almost like if you do your job halfway, by default, I win. But if you outperform me, you win. So everything with the soul, you got to try your best. Right? It's like survival of the fittest. If I lose my soul in a tikkun, in a gilgul, and you're fixing it up, it's almost like, how many of you guys have ever heard of a mechanic? You guys know what a mechanic is? It's a guy that fixes cars. You guys ever hear this concept? So I have a Cadillac. And I took my Cadillac to the mechanic, and he said, well, Mr. Katz, what's the problem? And I said, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. You're the one that's supposed to be telling me what the problem is. Type 1. And he says, all right, Mr. Katz, well, we're going to take a look at your Cadillac, and we're going to get in touch with you. So it comes out that the mechanic fixes my car, and the big boss comes and says, Bob, way to go. The Cadillac is yours. Bob says, why? It's Mr. Katz's car. He says, well, Mr. Katz is not too sharp. He doesn't even know what the problem of the car is. Can you believe that? He doesn't even know how to spell Cadillac, son. And anybody that treats their car with so much disrespect doesn't deserve to be driving a Cadillac. Bob, since you fixed the car in record time, we're going to go ahead and grant you a Cadillac, and we're going to give Mr. Katz a voucher for the future. Type 1. Bob drives off in his brand new, fixed up, better than new Cadillac. And Katz is over there scratching his head. Where did I go wrong? Well, you went wrong by being a little bit of moron man mode, brother. Od yesh chiluk shakul gadol el ha'ish hahu shelekach haruach hazeh she'atzal yedeinim v'il habayim. Terem yishol digon nevesh b'nizgar v'alogi yim ha'ish hahu yizgan v'maisiv. The guy who's the main soul, he merits through his actions. Yochel ha'hamshi kol atov shel haruach hahu alav yishar ha'echad kulo ra. So if I do really, 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 really good, you're the mechanic fixing my car. Type 1. See, I got this Cadillac, and there's a lot of mazel with my Cadillac. So I treat my Cadillac horrible. Horrible. And you know those guys that are like fix-it guys? You know what? I'll give you a better mashal. Let's switch to mashal. I bought a couch for my office. Type 1. This is a true story. And it was an all right couch. It's just that the ends were so thick. It took all the walking room in the office, and the ends were so tall, it hurt my neck. So I realized a couple weeks ago that I could unscrew the ends, throw them out, shorten the couch, and ease the pressure off my neck. Now, the problem is that the back of the couch was not very well connected to the base once you remove the ends. So I called my crazy Moroccan fix-it guy friend, and he charged me 250 shekels to bolster the back to the base of the couch. So do you see what happened? I got a free couch in the end, meaning I got my couch that I paid for, and for 250 shekels, it was like I got a brand new couch. Type 1. And he is the one that had to sweat it and figure it out and work and labor while I'm sitting in my office smoking a cigar and drinking a martini, watching him sweat how to fix my couch. And in the end, I'm the one that got the good new couch. See the mashal? All right, I'm the one that sinned by breaking my couch because I didn't know what to do. I called my friend who did all the hard work. He got a measly 250 shekels, and I'm the one that got a brand new couch. So that's like the soul, right? Because of my hard work in figuring out the concept, I'm the one that benefited from the couch. And, you know, irony would have it, I don't know about my friend Yair's home, but just imagine my friend Yair who fixed it doesn't even have a couch to sit on, right? I'm not saying that's true, but imagine he doesn't even have a couch. You see how that would be the same mashal? So I am the one that farmed out my stuff, and I get the good stuff, and he's one left with grit, sweat, and no couch. Type 1. And this is the secret of the pasuk in Tehillim 7:10. Yigmarna ra rishayim v'tchinin atzadik. Finish the evil of the wicked and grant the favor to the righteous. Kimisha Risha Maisav, whoever is evil in his deeds. Goimer Likach Kul Harailov. All the evil is going to go to him. V'zeh Omer Yigmar Nara Rishayim. V'az Kul HaTov L'Kochu HaTzadik Al Husham Ezoichem Maisav. So the tzaddik who has good deeds gets all the good. And obviously, based on the mazel class, we said that when the tzaddik is not in mazel, and the tzaddik does good deeds, how does God repay the tzaddik? With the evil of the good of the evil of the rasha. This is why the tzaddik always has a rasha in his life. David had his enemies. Moshe had Korach. Because how do you repay the tzaddik with good? From the good taken from the bad of the rasha. V'ayidei ken nigmar hamiskoinen legamrei. V'zeu v'tichoinen tzaddik kenoidek hi ha'adam ha'oiriv toivara. Everybody's got a little bit of good and bad. Tahara b'klipa. And there's purity in the klipa, and sometimes a little bit of good and a lot of raw, a lot of evil. And for that, you need to purify all the raw that's in it until it is totally good. So imagine if my friend Yair was a horrible guy. Horrible fella. But at least he gave me a good couch. You understand? He had enough good in him to do a good craftsman job. In this case, I'm the tzaddik, Lefi Pshuto, and I got my good couch, and God wants the good tzaddik to rest on the couch, if I was a tzaddik, and the rasha has to sweat and cry, and then he has to go home and have no couch. I know it's a crude mashal, but it works. Okay. How much more we got here? All right, we're almost there. Let's do a little bit more, and in the next class, we'll finish a chapter. Amar HaKoisiv, Kach shishmati dvarim eilum api morizal, ve'eni zoicher havonasam heitiv, aval nirali ba'oirim, ki avshar shahara asher l'nevish va'ruach shneim yalchu yacham v'guvay ish hazeh me'em asher ha'rashim v'aisim. Ha'artov asher b'nefesh v'ruach yalchu v'guvay ish ha'matayim v'aisim. So again, we farmed out the souls. I get all the good because I had good deeds. And Yeshua Samlo Elohim Selah. And apparently I'm thinking like the Arizal, because the Arizal brought King David. Ki dvar ze matmeye sheyamru ganus beish gadol hazeh kedavid hamelech lahavin ze nedayek ma she'amar chasuv and Yeshua Salo. David says, may my enemy have no Yeshua. V'have leila meimor ein Yeshua Salav yexor lamilos nafshi on his cars b'techila. David is saying, I'm the tzaddik. Let me have my soul back. That's entrapped in these wicked people. Let my deeds gain only the good and let them suffer the bad. So you see, this is basically the real secret of King David. David had to have enemies because of the nature of his soul. He had to flirt and interact with evil people so that he could get his good, and then they would get evil and they would have to perish because that is the nature of the soul. If you are an ant and you enter my home, I will call an exterminator. It's just how it is. Aval yuvan iman nizkar. King David was the nefesh on the highest level. However, the sin of Adam Arishan, before then, it descended to the levels of klipas. So what is King David? The nefesh of Adam into mamish klipa, in the sitra of the nukva of klipa. You understand that? King David, his soul is the lowest soul on basically possible because it came from the most unique place possible, the nefesh of Adam. King David was the first attempt that God made to bring that soul out of Klippa. Lachin lo yiskil tikuno elam abechinas asiya nikras nefesh bilvad v'siba yuso megugal medrega shlishis kenizkar le'el. So David was the third kind, and he was all about Asiya. King David's life was Asiya. You see what I'm saying? That everything about him was Malchus. He had to be king. Could King David not be king? One or two. Based on where his soul came from. Could King David be anything other than a king? No. So imagine if I'm King David, right? Right now, we're in the year of King David. And I'm telling you, my name is David Katz, and I'm a Torah scholar. Would that be a true statement or a false statement? It would be a false statement. By definition, I would have to expect to become a king. You caught what I'm saying? Based on King David, who and when, where he was, he could tell you whatever story he wants to make you believe. He would have to be a king. Like if I was King David, I would literally be expecting the monarchy to call me up saying, hey, we're ready for you to be king. You understand the point? Your soul coordinate dictate, one or two, hello. Your soul coordinate dictates everything that'll happen to you in Mazel. It can't not. King David had to be a king. There had to be enemies. This is why David had one of these nefesh agurs running around with his ruach. David sinned with Bathsheba. He hurt his soul. David sinned with Bathsheba, and the guy with his ruach merited the ruach and not David. Terem shedavid yashlim es hanefesh v'ayidei kach nimse bo b'tachiyas amesim ein Yeshua salo. So David is saying, LaDavid shehu aguf yain ki aguf ha'acher bala ruach yichol shneim nefesh v'ruach aval el hanefesh atma in lo nezik b'zeh rak el aguf l'zeh amar in Yeshua sa v'lo amar in Yeshua salo v'zeh lo himshich loshen apasik rabbi oimrim l'ziba l'she'im v'rak nefesh. This is why David knows the formula. Even though, my enemy friend, you got my soul, but guess who's going to wake up with it in the end of days? Everyone type the answer. You see how smart David was in wisdom? David knows he is Nefesh Malchus. He knows he's got to be king. He knows there's going to be opposition and enemies. He knows that they're going to win his soul out from him. He knows it's all a game because when it's all said and done, David knows he wakes up in the end of days. Is that not amazing? I find this to be quite amazing. So David had to fight his enemies, knowingly lose the battle, knowingly that in the end of days he will wake up with his soul intact, the victor. Od yesh mefirish acher pazu anizkar shayigmar nara rishayim anizkar kilafamim yorash nefesh adam lo nigdas bo shlema gemara ra dear ruva tov muatara. Sometimes when he gets his soul back, it'll have a little bit of bad with the good. Va'ana miura toiv sheba imrov hara sheba tichnes beguf ish echad shnei anashim ha'ela chavirim. So me and my soul friend are friends. והאיש אשר רובו טוב יש בו כוח להמשיך כל החלק הטוב לו. The guy who's good draws the good. וכל חלק הרע נדחה אל האיש הרובו רע. And the guy who's bad draws bad. ועל השני נאמר ימר נא רע רשעים. The second guy says, basically, let my evil be dried up for my friend. While the Risho Nemar Techonin Tzaddik, the Tzaddik is saying, let me do well. It looks like that I'm mad at you and you're jealous of me. No. Al derech hanizkar la'el b'perish harishim. You know that you got to kill your evil, and I know that I got to get better. This is why you can't jump to conclusions with anything. Good, bad, your relationships. You don't know the plight of Job except for Job. Sometimes me and you are just the same, right? You got my soul and we're equal. But you, on the other hand, my twin soulmate over there, you did a crime. But I did a mitzvah. Therefore, I'm overpowering you. And I'm gonna force my goodness on you. Until I'm finished with good and you finish your evil. This So there's Achav and Jeroboam. They were apparently equal, but the actions were not equal. And the nefesh, they were equal. Chetzi tov, chetzi ra. You were half good, I was half bad. The guy who had the aspect of ruach was an idolater, and the nefesh atzma haisa chetzi tovim v'chetzi ra. So the nefesh was half and half. L'chein Hashem yizbarech lo dachula gamrei b'haya chovesh yishuv tshuva ulai yetiv. All God wanted in that condition was tshuva, and therefore Elijah the prophet zachir latov haya reidiv tamid achrav lahoshiva b'tshuva. This is why Elijah was sent to bring him to tshuva. Ad she'ira inyan chetu b'navot Yisraeli. That he wanted, that it caused the inyan of the sin of b'navot Yisraeli. That he was shenorig navot al yado. Navot was killed by his hand. So you see the mazel? The Rizal is describing the mazel. You got two soulmates, and it's called a relationship, a friendship. You might not even realize why. You're sharing your souls, and you Ger people are at the heart and epicenter of soul migration. Think about that for a minute. And we know the Ger are all over the world. And this is proof why they're all over the world. Because soul migration is part of how the world operates. So no one knows the cheshbon. No one knows their coordinate. But if you meditate on your coordinate, you will know what you're destined for. And I'm not talking destiny. I'm saying like David had to be a king. Right? So when you figure out what your coordinate looks like in the commanding words and terms, then you will become that thing. I wouldn't call it destiny, rather definition. So then your friendships has definition. Why am I the good one and my friend is the bad one? Why do I get blessed and he gets cursed? This is Job 101. You don't have the right to judge Job. You have the right to understand Job's coordinate and work with Job. And when you have these situations, when there's an Elijah pressing you, who apparently has no relationship with your soul, he may be the one who is bringing you to tshuva because you have to come to tshuva. So if I start pushing you to tshuva, you don't need to say, why are you bothering me? You just need to realize you need to do tshuva, and God sent the person to bring you to tshuva. Such is the nature of souls. We have finished chapter 7. I will see you next time with the beginning of chapter 8. Yeshur Koyach.